I'm 99 years old. I'm living in a care home. My 3 children all own their houses, but none of them have time for me. And I need to tell you something. I need you to really hear me. Yeah, because I'm sat here in this place, in this tiny room that smells of disinfectant and boiled vegetables, and I've got nobody. My daughter lives 20 minutes down the road. My 2 sons, one's got a massive house in Surrey, the other's up in Manchester with a garden bigger than this entire care home. They've all got space. They've all got spare rooms. But me, I'm here. Room number 14. And I put myself here. I bloody well put myself here. You know that feeling when you realize you've made the biggest mistake of your life, but it's too late to fix it? That's where I am now, 99 years old, and I finally understand what I should have done 40 years ago. But my hands shake too much now. My mind's still sharp, thank the Lord for that, but my body's given up. And by the time you realize what you've lost, well, there's no going back, is there? I gave them everything, everything. And I mean that literally, not just in some poetic way. I signed over my house. I emptied my savings. I handed it all to my children because I genuinely thought that's what good mothers do. I thought I was securing their futures. I thought I was being generous, selfless. I thought they'd remember. Let me take you back a bit. My husband died in 1998. Lovely man. He worked on the railways his whole life. We had a beautiful little house in Culdoon. 3 bedrooms, nice garden, nothing fancy, but it was ours. Paid off the mortgage in 1985. I was so proud of that house, you know. We'd painted every wall ourselves, planted every rose bush, fixed every squeaky floorboard. When he died, the kids started coming round more often. At first I thought, oh, how lovely. They're worried about their old mom. They'd sit in my kitchen, drink my tea, and we'd talk about their lives. But slowly, the conversation always turned to the house. Mom, this place is too big for you now. Mom, the stairs must be getting difficult. Mom, you shouldn't be living alone. And I believed them, didn't I? I thought they were concerned. My daughter Sarah, she's the eldest. She sat me down one afternoon and said, Mom, we've been talking. We think you should sell the house and split the money between us 3. You can move in with me. I've got space. We'll look after you. I can still see her face when she said it. She smiled. She held my hand. She made it sound like she was doing me a favor. The house sold for £245,000. This was 2003, mind you. I gave each of them $81,000, kept a little bit back for myself, about $2,000, just for emergencies. Sarah said I wouldn't need more because I'd be living with her, wouldn't I? All my expenses covered. I moved into Sarah's house in the summer. She'd cleared out the back bedroom for me. Small room, but it had a window overlooking the garden. I thought, right, this is it. This is my life now. I'll help with the grandkids, do a bit of cooking, be useful. Lasted 8 months. 8 months before Sarah sat me down again and said, Mom, this isn't working out. You're underfoot all the time. Martin needs the room for his office now. He's working from home. We found you a lovely flat, ground floor. You'll have your independence back. My independence, that's what she called it. The flat cost me £900 a month. Tiny place, 1 bedroom. The walls were so thin I could hear next door's telly through the night. I lived there for 6 years, watching my little bit of savings drain away month by month. Nearly £11,000 a year just for a roof over my head. Do the maths. That adds up fast when you're living on a pension. My sons, oh, they visited birthdays, Christmas. Michael came round once when he needed to borrow £3,000 for his car. Said he'd pay me back within 6 months. That was 2007. I'm still waiting. And this is where the story gets heavy. By 2012, I was skint, completely cleaned out. I couldn't afford the flat anymore. I rang Sarah, proper panicking, and told her I didn't know what to do. You know what she said? She said, "Mom, have you looked into council housing? Or, well, there are some very nice care homes now, much better than they used to be." I felt my stomach drop. I thought, this can't be real. This can't be my daughter talking. I ended up here in 2013, Sunnyside Care Home. Ironic name, isn't it? There's bugger all sunny about it. The council pays most of it because I've got nothing left. My pension covers the rest. I've got this room, 3 meals a day, and a shared television lounge that always smells faintly of weed. My children visit. Sarah comes every few months. Michael came last Christmas, first time in 2 years. Brought me a box of milk tray. Sat for 20 minutes. Looked at his phone the whole time. Then said he had to dash because they had dinner plans. Wait, it gets worse. Do you know what the worst part is? It's not the loneliness. It's not even the regret about the money. It's that I trained them to treat me like this. I taught them that mom doesn't matter, that mom's just there to give and give and give. And when there's nothing left to give, well, mom can just fade into the background, can't she? I put their needs before mine for 70 years. 70 years. I gave up holidays so they could have piano lessons. I wore the same winter coat for 15 years so they could have new school uniforms. I took extra shifts cleaning offices so they could go to university. And when my husband died and left me that house, that beautiful house that we'd worked our whole lives for, I gave it away. I gave it away because I thought that's what mothers do. But here's what nobody tells you, right? Here's the bit they leave out of all those lovely stories about selfless mothers and grateful children. If you don't protect yourself, if you don't keep something back for your own security, you end up here, in a care home, in a tiny room, alone. And your children, they'll visit when it's convenient. They'll bring you chocolates at Christmas. They'll put photos of you on Facebook saying, "Visited my lovely mom today." So their friends think they're decent people. But when you need them, when you're frightened and confused and you just want your family around you, they're busy. They've got work. They've got their own lives now, Mom. Surely you understand. I should have kept that house. I should have stayed put, made them visit me on my terms. I should have kept enough money to hire help when I needed it, to maintain my independence, to have choices. Because once you've got nothing, once you're completely dependent on other people's goodness, you've got no power left. And people, even your own children, they treat you differently when you've got no power. Last month I had a fall, smacked my head on the bathroom floor, needed 4 stitches. The care home rang Sarah. She said she'd come at the weekend. Came 5 days later, sat for half an hour, told me I should be more careful, then left. Didn't even ask if it still hurt, didn't hold my hand, just gone. I lie awake at night sometimes, and I think about that house in Culdoon. Wonder who's living there now. Wonder if they know that every floorboard in the hallway creaks in a different key. Wonder if they've kept the rose bushes. Probably ripped them all out. People do that, don't they? Rip out the old and put in something modern. That's what happened to me, love. I got ripped out and replaced with something more convenient. So here's what I'm telling you, and I need you to listen properly. Yeah, If you've got a home, if you've got savings, if you've got anything that gives you security and independence, you hold on to it. You hold on to it with both hands. Be generous, yes. Help your children when they need it, of course. But never, and I mean never, leave yourself with nothing, because your children love you. I believe that. I think mine do love me in their way. But love and responsibility are two different things, aren't they? And when you're old and you need care and you're no longer fun to be around, love doesn't pay the bills. Love doesn't give you choices. Love doesn't stop you ending up in a care home with strangers wiping your backside. Pay attention to this detail because it's going to matter later. Keep your house. Keep your savings. Keep your dignity. Keep your power to say, no, I'm staying put. And if you want to see me, you come here. Because once you give it all away, once you make yourself completely dependent, you'll see who your children really are, and it might break your heart. I've got maybe a year left, if that. My heart's weak. I know I'm near the end, and I'll die in this place, in this little room, probably alone because the staff will ring my children, and they'll say they're on their way, but they'll get stuck in traffic, or something will come up, and they'll inherit whatever's left, which is nothing. Absolutely nothing, because I already gave them everything. And what I didn't understand back then was that love changes when money's involved. Love changes when caregiving gets hard. Love changes when your needs become inconvenient. I didn't know that. I thought love stayed the same. I thought if you gave enough, sacrificed enough, eventually it would come back to you tenfold. But that's not how people work. That's not how even your own children work sometimes. Don't do what I did, love. Please learn from an old woman's mistakes. Your children might be wonderful. They might be kind and devoted, and they might genuinely mean it when they say they'll always be there for you. But people change. Honestly, people change. Protect yourself whilst you still can, whilst your mind is sharp and your body still works, and you can still make decisions. Because if you wait until you're 99 and sat in a care home with nothing, it's too late then, isn't it? It's too late. There's a young woman who works here, cleaner. Her name is Eleanor. She brings me tea sometimes when the staff aren't looking, sits for a minute, asks how I'm feeling. She's got a daughter, maybe 8 or 9, and I want to grab her hands and say, don't do this. Don't give it all away. Don't teach her that mothers are supposed to disappear. Teach her that women matter, that you matter, even when you're old, even when you're not useful anymore. But I don't say anything, just smile, say thank you for the tea, because what would be the point? She wouldn't believe me. Nobody believes you until it's too late, until you're 99 years old, and you understand that the only person who was ever going to protect you was yourself. I read somewhere once that the biggest regret of people at the end of their lives is that they weren't themselves. They spent so much time being what other people needed them to be that they forgot who they actually were. But I didn't even have that. I wasn't myself. I wasn't even anything. I was just the person who gave. That's all I was. And now I'm nobody at all. One of my sons, David, he's the youngest, he called me on my birthday last year. First time he'd called in 3 years. Didn't visit, just called. And I could hear the awkwardness in his voice, like calling his old mother was an obligation he'd forgotten about until the last minute. He asked if I needed anything, and I wanted to say, yes, I need my son. I need you to see me. I need to matter to you. But I said no, said I was fine, said thank you for calling. And he said, brilliant. Well, take care then, Mom, and hung up. That phone call broke something in me, more than the fall, more than the loneliness, more than the regret. because I realized I'd spent my entire life making sure my children knew I loved them, but I never made sure they knew I deserved love back. If this story reached you, if you're someone who's been giving and worrying that you're not enough, that you need to do more, sacrifice more, please hear me. You are enough. Your life is valuable. Your independence is worth protecting. Your home is worth keeping. And if you have children or family who love you, they'll want you to be safe and secure and dignified, not desperate and dependent and alone. If they don't want that, if their love comes with conditions and with expectations of gratitude, then that's not love, that's business. And you wouldn't let someone run a bad business forever. So don't let someone run your life forever either. I don't know how much time I have left. Could be months, could be weeks. I don't really care anymore. But if even one person hears this story and thinks twice before giving everything away, then maybe saying it was worth something. Maybe it meant something that I lived 99 years just to say, don't do this. Keep something for yourself. Love your children, but protect yourself first. Because at the end, that's all any of us have. Our dignity, our independence, our right to choose how we live and who we live with, and whether we matter. I gave all of that away, and I'm telling you not to do the same. Hold on to what's yours, not out of selfishness, out of self-respect. There's a difference, and that difference is everything. Thank you for listening to me, really, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for giving me a little of your time. It's the only currency I have left now, just time and memories and regret. But at least I had someone to tell. At least someone heard. I hope you tell someone. I hope you share this. I hope you make sure the women in your life know that they don't have to give everything away to matter. They matter already, just by being alive.